Yes, thank you for picking my call.
Ya, ni nani naongea naye?
Mr. Deng
Mr. Deng, unapiga kutoka wapi bwana?
kutoka Nakuru.
Nakuru. Yes, tuambie Nakuru vipi baba?
It's so nice. So thank you for the questions.
Yeah, what is your question? Ama ni what do you have in mind for us or for the people of Jenga Kenya TV, please?
Okay, I got some questions. I want to get some knowledge from you.
Inua sauti kidogo, yes?
Okay, I have some questions and I want to get some information and request some information from you.
Yes,
so I
please.
can get some knowledge for something to do with it.
Go forward, please.
Okay, how does it or how can it be to have a woman or a mother with a 5-year son?
Okay, you mean you falling in love with a mama
mother.
mwenye ako na mtoto?
A mother with a son with 5 years old to be in love with her.
Okay, yeah. It's okay to fall in love. Everybody is allowed to fall in love. But it's always good to be cautious to whatever we are getting into. Remember, falling in love is not something that should be one-time thing. Kama unataka kuingia katika mahusiano, you need to look at the pros and the cons of it. Swali ambalo labda naweza kuuliza this single mother. Mzee wake yuko ama aliaga ama ilikuwa namna gani ama they just separated?
Okay, according to what she tell me is that the husband have gone, they have divorced, they have some issues, so they cannot continue living together.
So it's something that is official, right?
Yeah.
So there's one thing that I wish to put across to you, please, before you make any decision, especially in today's generation, iko very critical. So you have to be cautious because things change along the way. Pia swali lingine lenye naweza kuuliza ni kwamba you yourself, do you have any kid with you?
No.
You don't have?
Yeah.
So it's like you are getting into a relationship with somebody who has already responsibilities and experiences. Wewe tayari hauna chochote ambacho unaweza kusema kwamba I've been able to take care of this. It will be very difficult, and I have to tell you for free that it will be very, very challenging just to match out of the care of your parents and straight into that responsibilities of a father and a husband. Kwa hivyo inaweza kuwa ni challenge kubwa sana and it might pose a big problem. Secondly, things change along the way because that man, the father to the son, may at one time wish to come back in the life of his son.
Okay.
Na itakuwa ni very, very big challenge for you, knowing that especially for us as Africans, ni vigumu sana kwa sababu whenever we want to take authority, we want to assume all the authority but not have a mandate responsibilities. I mean a shared responsibility as in you have two men working on the same son. Secondly, whenever it will come during the time of discipline, wakati unapotaka kurekebisha huyu mtoto ambaye umempata na mama yake, itakuwa ni vigumu sana. Ni vigumu sana, and this is very practical to so many other families. It is easier to discipline your own biological son or daughter or kid than disciplining that child that belongs to somebody else, especially when the father himself is around and wishes to be in the life of his son. Kwa hivyo na pia kuna kitu ingine, the other aspect of the other part to it that women are emotional. Na kuna wakati ambapo wewe utataka tu take up responsibility, normal responsibilities as a father. You wish to correct the son in your life. But most cases you always find that the woman will get to feel a feeling that probably you are just hurting the child since it's not your own biological. And with that, it can really bring a lot of problems in your relationship. So you better work out on those and make sure that when you move forward, such problems may not arise in the future. But what I'm very, very certain of is that the father to the son will always want to be in the life of the child, and that will cause you a lot of problem and a lot of emotional damage along the way, because knowing that there's somebody else in communication with your now woman, at the same time, now we have too many in charge of a single woman, it will be very, very distractful to your performance, and it might cause a lot of problem to you. Sijui kama ni umesaidika, kwa sababu I tend to imagine there's a problem. First, you don't have a child of your own, so you don't have that experience of fatherhood. You are just getting into something. Instead of getting to learn together, somebody will be teaching you how to father her daughter, and it might cause a lot of problems to you. Secondly, you don't have any experience as pertains to fatherhood. This is a mother who has been through a relationship. Now you starting imposing your own rules as the husband of the house will tend to bring a lot of chaos and confusion in that home. Thirdly, whenever a woman moves from one relationship to another, there's always some emotional damages that she tends to move along with. Therefore, be prepared. If you love it and you are in a position of handling such, then it's good that you can be able to move forward with your so-called love. But I tend to imagine that this will be a very delicate love, because owing to the fact that you are just very young in the relationship and she is already established. May I know if it's helpful, Mr. Deng?
Yeah, so helpful, because nimepata mengi. I've got so many things that I have learned from this a little conversation.
But I'm not saying that I'm final to this, because you can go and fact check, and also take your time. Don't rush. Usiwe na hiyo hype ya emotional feelings such that you get to taint your future and your experiences through a marriage life. You are too young. Kama inawezekana, unaweza tafuta somebody of your match, or even lower, somebody you can learn with, along with, or somebody who is teachable, who has not been through experiences and heartaches and breakups, because breakups were damage the emotions of a woman, such that any time she'll be getting to see even the slightest of the similarities between you and the old man, she'll also always be reminding you that hata yeye pia alikuwa anafanya jinsi ambavyo unafanya, na kuna uwezekano kwamba utaweza kumwacha. Pia there's another possibility that she might leave you and go back to that fella. So yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Deng, for your question.
Thank you so much for your time and for your advices. Yes. This thing need some time for me to think about it.
Yeah,
and then I will know the right decision. But now I've learned a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, okay.